Senator Bateman, yesterday you called for a public hearing on these problems facing the fiscal situation of the state and its budgetary policies. Do you feel that this would sort of clear the air?
I think that it definitely would, and while I thought yesterday's joint hearing before the Senate Finance and House Appropriations Committee was highly useful, I don't think that it really was an adequate means of clearing up the confusion that does exist as to what our budgetary situation is for the remainder of this biennium as it relates to what we might be able to do to assist the units of local government in Virginia by accelerating the date when the state takes over the 4 federally funded welfare programs. I think we've got to get into this thing in detail with reference to what our projected revenues are as we look at them or can best view them now compared to the original projections that were made when this budget was adopted. I think we have to examine whether or not there are going to be sums in excess of the sum sufficient appropriations that were made for various items in the present budget, and whether or not we can safely and prudently project that there are going to be sufficient reversions, that this gives us some leeway to be able to do more for the local government in Virginia. Until we have gotten the appropriate state budgetary and fiscal officials before our committees and made searching inquiry on this, we're all going to be the victims of no more than someone's conclusions without knowing the elements that went into the conclusion. And I think if we're going to discharge our responsibility as legislators and represent the interest of our people back home, we shouldn't be dealing just with someone's naked, bald conclusions without knowing the elements that went into them and having an opportunity to knowingly agree or disagree with the conclusion.